You suddenly wake up in a house. The purpose of you being there is unknown. Even though you are quite disoriented, there are absolutely unimaginable things within this house. Rotten meat lies on the floor. Flies and maggots thrive in the environment, and in a sense, have made it their home. Unfortunately, every door is locked. But one door, filled with mold, calls to your attention. Although the rest of the house is just as unsanitized, this door is molded through completely. This mold is like no other. It physically feels alive. Making your way through the molded door, down the hall, you approach a rusted gate. The scratch marks are apparent, and you begin to wonder who is being dragged through this door, and why. Unlocking the door grants you access to a basement. Down the steps, it gets more and more quiet. It's as if the noise has been sucked right out. There is a single door, but as you approach it, something awakens. Your first instinct is to leave, but there's no other way out of the house. There must be something behind that door that is worth the risk. Upon opening the single door, you witness something you've not seen before in the house. Something terrifying. Although, you are not surprised. Body bags are hung all around the room. Rotten corpses litter the ceiling. You have no choice but to continue to the room. But you begin to hear a drip. The molded does not have an official name. However, fans have given it many names: Shadow, Moldy, and the list goes on. It appears to be anywhere between 6.5 to 7 feet tall. This is apparent because it hulks over the player. Although nothing has been confirmed, the molded does seem to have relatives within the Resident Evil franchise: the Regenerators, the Iron Maidens, and the Bloodshot, which all seem somewhat similar. The molded appears to have the ability to spawn and despawn wherever mold is present. In my opinion, Resident Evil 7 already has an up-and-coming fan favorite with the molded. In terms of gameplay, the molded creature itself feels very realistic. It feels alive, for lack of a better word. In the demo, the molded only needs to hit you 3 to 4 times for you to go down. It moves similar to a toddler, so by giving it this disadvantage, it makes the game more fun in general. Of course, that doesn't mean the player should keep his or her guard down, as its movements are extremely versatile and unpredictable. According to Capcom, Resident Evil 7 will be featuring a new virus we have not seen yet. The molded, along with the Baker family, all seem to have the ability to regenerate in some form, but for the molded in particular, the ability to spawn and despawn when it pleases. I'm not sure if this is only a function for the sake of the demo, but if the molded is able to spawn as it pleases, we're gonna be in for a lot of jump scares. There is no denying that the molded shares very similar features to past Resident Evil creatures. As mentioned before, the molded shares the same dental work and awkward movement from the Regenerator and Iron Maiden from Resident Evil 4, and features an even more uncanny similarity to Bloodshots from Resident Evil 6. In conclusion, I'm predicting that the Molded will not necessarily be a boss fight, but rather a semi-altercation, similar to the way that the Chainsaw Men and Regenerators act. Perhaps an even better example is the leech creatures from Resident Evil 0. As to why the Molded is in the Baker house in the first place, or why it's kept there, is still a mystery. But in the demo, as Jack locks you up with it, it's obvious that Jack is affiliated with it and knows it can kill people easily and get the job done, as Jack has probably utilized this creature to kill many of the Baker's victims. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Would you like to see more lore videos? Be sure to comment down below your suggestions. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, stay single.